everybody. Thanks for joining us again on Realty Check. I'm your host, Trish Williams, and we're in this series. If you guys have been following us for a while and watching the series that we're in right now, we're talking about everything home ownership. All the different things you can do to your home. We're talking about renovation projects, big projects, small projects, maintenance projects, common things you need to know. If you're not from Vegas, or even if you are from Vegas, and you're in a home, one of the hardest things to do is find like resources and contractors and people to do things that we're doing, so things that you need to do to your home. So what I'm doing here is interviewing lots of different people on the show. They're talking about the services that they offer, the things that they do. These people have been vetted. I've already checked them out, made sure that they have good reviews, and made sure that they are, reliable people to work with, so that you have resources that you can check into, that you can call when you're in your home and you have projects that you're working on. So this is a great series. Go back and check the archives, check all the other episodes that we've had on all the different topics that we've had, and you can find basically everything that you need there. So today our guest is Done Right Overhead Doors, JT, local Las Vegas business.
Yes.
And we are going to talk to him about garage doors. A lot of different things come with a garage door when you...
Yeah, well, when you think about it, most people use it as their primary entrance to their home.
Yes.
A lot of people don't use their front doors because a lot of the times they have the remotes inside their car and they park in the garage or on the driveway, open the garage door, and that's how they get into their home. So
absolutely. It does become your front door.
It does. It does. And I use that as a selling point as well, too, with customers. I was like, when's the last time you actually used your front door to get in your house? And a lot of times they're like, I don't even carry a house key.
Yes.
You know?
I meet with sellers all the time when we're listing the house, and I'm like, okay, I need a key. And they're like, huh? Never open that door. Like, and you see the doors, sometimes they're dusty. There's just like, like that door has never been breached. So people that don't have a lot of guests over, those doors hardly ever get open.
Yes, and I was going to say, unless you have guests or family members coming over all the time, you're really not using that door. And they use the garage door a lot of the times.
Yes.
Especially out here in Las Vegas where the heat gets really hot and they don't want to, if they don't have garage door parking or their garage door's been modified to an office space or a room and they don't park in there, then they got to walk. But they want to use that garage door.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that too, about modified garages and all that good stuff. So it's going to be a great show. JT, can you tell us a little bit about you, your company, how you got started, how long you've been here?
So my name is JT Stone. I'm a veteran. Did 12 years at the Army.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
No problem. I moved back to Vegas about 3 years ago. Lived here a while. All my dad's side of the family's from Vegas. My dad, he passed away a while ago, but he used to work in the casinos as a chef, so very familiar with Las Vegas. Been here for a long time, but I just moved back for 3 years ago. I've been running this company for the last 15 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, kind of new, but been in the field for a long time. My stepdad is the one that got me into this whole field. He owns California All Doors out in California, so that's where I got my whole start at. So it's been...
So for 15 months, you're pretty busy.
Very, very busy. We average about 9 to 10 doors a week installs.
Wow.
And we also just started a partnership with Expert Automotive Equipment. They do parking solutions you see those people that stack their cars in the garage so they can maximize their space.
Oh my goodness, is that a thing?
Yes.
In residential homes?
In residential homes.
No way.
Yeah, so they're doing about 60 a month, and about 12 to 13 of them a month need to be either retrofitted or adjusted for that, which includes my work to get those lifts in. So I didn't think it was going to be a real big thing, and we just did a show at the Home and Garden Show last month. We got another one coming, Auto Fest, on September 13th, and then the second Home and Garden Show, September 20th.
Wow. So I'm intrigued. I need to know more about this. So how does this work? Is it a standard garage? Do you have to have a super tall garage?
So most of the times, the ones that we've been installing is not that much different from your average garage door. As long as we can get a ceiling clearance between about 125 inches. From floor to ceiling is all we need, and we can get a lift in there and get your car stacked in there, depending also, obviously, on the cars itself. You're not going to stack 2 SUVs, so it's not going to work like that.
Smart cars you can fit 4?
Yes, yes. Smart cars you can fit 4. But we touched base on it before. Didn't realize the popularity of it until I do about 3 a week is what we're doing right now.
Oh my goodness.
So.
Wow, so somebody can contact you for information on that.
Yes.
That is really amazing. I mean, that's one of the things. Sometimes, I'll work with big families, and a house has a 2-car, 3-car garage, and it seems like plenty of space. But when you have a big family and everybody has a car, or you have like teenage kids that have cars, everyone's driving.
Yes.
You run out of garage space really quickly.
Yes.
Really quickly. And then some people have classic cars or things like that, put other types of cars that they, want to keep in the garage. You don't want to just store them out in the yard, or.
And not just that, you got people that like to work on their cars in their garage and want to be able to have the ability to lift the car and not have to crawl under the car itself.
Oh, yeah.
So they do that too as well. There's a variety of different lifts they go by. I would just say contact with me and I'll get you into the right people as far as if that's something that interests them.
Yeah. Ultimate man cave garage workshop, that big, huge one with the car lift. You can fit everything out there. That is, that's the dream of a lot of our homeowners out there.
Yes.
So I've seen that quite often. That's very, very interesting. So you're doing quite a bit of that. And the funny thing is, today before I started the show, or not today, but like during the week when we were talking about the show, and I said, I'm going to have someone talk about garage doors. And they're like, garage doors? Like, what are you going to talk about? I'm like, well, do you know how common of a request, of a need, a garage door is for a homeowner? It is very, very common. And I attend home inspections for my clients all the time. And on the listing side, I review home inspections. There's always garage door issues, problems, things that we run into. What are the most common, I guess you would say, service calls that you get on garage doors or things that need replacement? What are the most common issues that you run into in regards to garage doors that homeowners are contacting you for?
So the most common service call is actually broken springs. Out here in Las Vegas, because the usage of them, springs typically last anywhere out here about 5 to 7 years.
Okay.
And garage door openers itself. A lot of people say, well, that thing's been running for 12 years and why did it stop running? I'm like, well, everything has a life expectancy. I mean, garage door openers itself, I'd say if you get 10 to 12 years, you definitely got your money's worth out of it. You'll start losing connectivity. Your remotes will stop working. The door doesn't want to go down. Different little things that'll start letting you know that, hey, something's not right no more. Just like your car, it starts making a certain sound or driving a certain way that okay, I got to get it checked. That's the same thing as anything that go in this world. It's going to let you know something's not right. Your garage door's not working correctly, properly.
Right.
So as far as the most common things, it would be the garage door springs. After that would be the garage door openers itself. Another one would be what we call an off track, where the homeowner either didn't open or let the garage door open fully before they drove in, or didn't let it open fully as they were trying to drive out.
Oh.
Or that they hit the button when they walked in the garage, got in their car, didn't realize that they already hit the open button, got in the car, hit the button again because thinking that they had to open it, and drove out and hit it, and obviously the door became off track. Yeah. So that's a pretty common one too, and it's just because Vegas is a very different environment as far as a market for everybody else, because we are a 24-hour city. Yes. So you got people that work all hours of the day. So part of the business is we run 24 hours a day.
Do you really?
Yes.
My goodness.
I get calls at 12, 1 o'clock in the night. Hey.
I do not run 24 hours a day. Please do not call me at 1 o'clock in the morning.
So I get calls saying, hey, I can't get my door open, or hey, I can't get my door closed and I got to go to work. So there are those instances.
Well,
it's
that's
not common.
It's a great service, though, because it is. We have it. We're a 24-hour town. We do not shut down. I was born and raised in Vegas, so I've only lived here. And I remember the first time, maybe I was like 16, I was in some other state. I don't even remember where I was at the time, but I was in some other state where like everything shut down at 9, and I was trying to find a store, and I was like, "What is this?" Like, 'cause I only lived in Vegas. Like nothing ever shuts down.
Right.
So I was like, "Why is nothing open? This is weird." But yeah, it's we are definitely this city does not shut down.
No.
So yeah.
But that's also, it's also getting used to, as your Vegas is expanding, you're getting these little suburbs outside. Now those area stores, they're not open 24 hours. So you're not used to that. People that are from Vegas, like you said, you're Central hours, you're like, when you're, hey, I'm always used to everything being open 24 hours.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of garage door companies out here in Las Vegas. Actually, there's 184 garage door companies out here in Las Vegas. So
wow, that is a lot.
that is a lot. That's a lot of competition. So
For sure. Now, going in, one thing you talked about, which is so true too, is like everybody uses the garage door as their front door, open, shut it. Is there, like, would you say that limits the life of it, or it's just so common that it's fine? Like, I don't think that would be.
It doesn't limit the life expectancy of it as long as you maintain it.
Okay.
We do offer, and like a lot of the companies out here, we offer a preventive maintenance package,
Oh, do you?
Yes, so every 6 months we'll come out to your residence, we'll look over your door, lubricate hinges, rollers, your springs. I mean, you want that thing rolling as smoothly and not, best way I could say it is you don't want to be like driving your car with the e-brake on where it feels like it's dragging. Same thing with your garage door. If it feels like it's dragging being pulled up, it's not running efficiently. So you want to just have somebody come out, myself will come out, we'll look over your door, make sure everything's running properly.
Yeah. Yeah, that's important. I mean, you use it all the time, and you don't want to be trapped in or out of your garage, of your garage door.
Especially if you're one of that don't carry a house key with you.
Oh yeah, no, it can definitely become an issue for sure. So what is the importance, I guess, of a properly working garage is that you use it so much for entrance, for getting out, and then of course there's got to be issues where. And I'm sure it's happened, because I think it's happened to me before in the past, is where a garage door, like you're leaving for work, your garage door gets stuck open and you can't shut it, or you can't do anything. I mean, then what do? It becomes, you can't just walk away from it.
So now it becomes a security issue, not just a convenience issue. Now you have anybody has access to your house. So yes, that is another big factor on why you want to properly working garage door is for the security factor of it all. You want to make sure your home is secure. So now garage doors are being implemented with smart home devices as well, like with built-in Wi-Fi garage door openers. That'll let you know if your garage door is stuck open or if it's been closed properly. It'll alert you on your smartphone anytime the garage door opens or closes. It also gives you the ability, because it's hooked to your Wi-Fi router in your home, that you can be on vacation in Cancun and you have family members or the Amazon driver come by, and you can open up your garage door and say, hey, leave the package here, or you can get access to the garage door here. You can open it from your phone and close it as well.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Now that I'm just going to be the just call this out too. Is that secure? I know that having a Wi-Fi garage door opener, you're always going to be concerned, like someone's going to tap into it, or
Right.
you're going to have security issues. How do you feel about that, and what do you think the security concerns or issues could be?
Well, to me, it's actually a lot more secure than most people think, and more secure than your actual handheld transmitter remote that you've been carrying around in your car for years.
Yes.
So based off of that, it's working off of your Wi-Fi and your router. Unless they have access to your Wi-Fi router, it's not going to be hacked.
Right.
One, I can't say ever. There's people that's their job.
I know. That's what they do. They're working hard.
But LiftMaster, who I work with as a partner, partnered up with Amazon to do these home deliveries. So, for instance, now Amazon can, as long as you have the smart Wi-Fi garage door opener at your home, the Amazon driver will be able to get access to your garage. Now I look at that and I see your face on there,
Yeah,
but
I'm like, I don't want that. I don't know the Amazon driver. I don't want him in my garage.
here's the catch to
Yes.
it. Because the security, safety, and all that other issue, they are not going to have, it's a one-time code they get, and they cannot get it until they scan your barcode to your package and they're within 20 feet of your home.
Oh.
So once they pull up to your home, they're in front, they can scan it. LiftMaster will send them a one-time code. The door will open it. They have 10 seconds to drop off the package, and the door automatically closes, and they have no access to the garage again.
Oh, okay. So they can't like go roaming around in your garage.
No. And Amazon and LiftMaster also have the ability to see what driver was with and how long they stayed there, you know. And there's also built-in cameras with two-way radios on the garage door openers that will
Oh, really?
that will,
These LiftMaster garage
Yes.
door opener? Oh,
Yes.
my goodness. I have to
So
look
that
into
will
That's awesome.
Yeah, and they will live record to your phone. So when
So
the door
you can
opens,
see what's going on in your garage when the door opens.
yes, and you can talk to them as well too through it. Just like your Ring doorbell, you know, they have it on the garage door opener as well.
Well, I'm going to have to get some information after the show. I'm interested. That's amazing.
Yes.
I didn't even know that was out there. So, yeah, that's definitely, and I know when you said that your handheld remotes, the Wi-Fi openers are probably more secure than the handheld remotes. That is actually a great point because I had recently new neighbor move in next door, right?
Right.
They're reprogramming their garage door, doing whatever they're doing because they just got in a house. That's what you
Right.
do. And if you're not doing that, I highly recommend you do that because you don't know what clickers
Correct.
or remotes are out there. You always want to reset, reprogram whatever you have there. Anyways, they must have been, I don't know what, I'm just assuming
Right.
that they were, scanning doing whatever when you reset it. My garage door opened. Middle of the night, my garage door is like left open because it must have triggered something that they had on their reset. And what the heck?
So we've come across that, and I've actually witnessed that myself on an install where I was programming a new remote, and the next door neighbor's door started functioning.
Yeah.
So it's not so much your garage door opener that we're programming. It could be the neighbors, and it could be outdated. There's different frequencies that LiftMaster uses right now, 315, 390, and the billion code frequency. The billion code is the most recent one. If you look on your garage door opener and you see a yellow button, that's the most frequent one. That's the most secure one.
Okay. Yeah, see, I had the old one that came with the house. So, yeah.
So, and we call it a billion code because it's sending out a billion codes per second, waiting for it that the same one that your transmitter sent out is receiving it. So it's very hard to crack that one now. The older ones, there was ability to do that, and that's why they went to a different frequency. But the Wi-Fi, like I said, is probably your best bet.
Well, I was thinking that when you were talking about it, like had I had that and it, alerted me like, hey, your garage door just opened in the middle of the night, I had heard an alert and known that it was open, but no, I didn't. Got up in the morning, was like, what the heck? How, the garage door's been open all night. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of these new garage doors are, the Wi-Fi built-in ones are very interacted with if you have an existing security system in your home or if you want a new one. So like mine, I get the alerts every time my garage door opens, but it's also paired with my Vivint security system at my home. So my Vivint will also let me know that my garage door is open. So there's always that backup as well too.
So you have just the whole security system because there's definitely criminals out there, unfortunately, but
Not just that, I have a teenage daughter too. I need to know where she's at all the time.
Right. Well, on that note, teenagers, right? So there are many people, and I feel like this is what I see every time I see it. I think it's a huge security issue. They'll have that little keypad outside your garage door that you punch like 4 numbers in for your teenagers to go in and out of the house.
Yes.
I do not feel like that's a safe thing to have outside your house.
So again, that goes based off the frequency issues.
Yeah.
The older ones, yes, they call it a code finder where people can buy it online and it just goes around and looks and searches for that same frequency that you're using. Now again, the newer ones with the billion code frequency with the yellow button learn on the garage door openers, it's very hard to crack that code.
Okay.
Now, because I get that question from my customers all the time, and I was like, do you want the keypad mounted outside? And they're like, is it secure? I says, honestly, sir, whoever's trying to crack in needs to be in the driveway while I'm pairing this to your new garage door opener.
Oh.
You
okay.
know, so it's
So the new ones are more secure. That's good to know. That's
Yes,
good to know.
yes.
Yeah, because I see those and I'm like, huh, I mean, it could stand in your driveway and just punch in code till it opens.
Yes,
But,
and then there's a default. So on the newer ones, if you punch in the code 3 times incorrect, it'll shut it out.
oh, good.
So-
Okay, so that is a great security
Yes.
feature. Okay, good. And what about modernizing the look of your home through garage doors? I've seen a lot of changes over the years, you know, where styles are changing and everything, and sometimes a great looking garage door, an amazing looking garage door can just change the whole curb appeal of your home.
Definitely. And so for the goodness of the homeowner, but also if you're live in an HOA, you're gonna have some pushback as well. Though,
Well, yeah,
too.
you got to get your approval.
Correct.
You can't do anything without
But
them.
the biggest boom that we've seen in the garage door business are the glass doors. You know,
Are they hot though? Because it's so hot in Vegas.
So I would tell you this, depending on what side your garage door faces. So
Okay.
obviously, if you have a south facing or north facing garage door, you're never going to get direct sunlight. But if you have an east and west, you will. So we have tinted options. We have
Okay.
obscured window options. We even have 1/2-inch insulated glass options. So
Oh, nice. Okay,
So
so
they're-
there's no, because I've seen those and I'm like, wow, they look amazing, but I could just imagine it feels like a sauna or a sunroom inside there.
yes. So, but yeah, that has been probably the biggest boom. I got a job down over off of like Star Avenue in the next couple weeks that she had custom wood doors
Oh.
made. So that one's going to be interesting. I just let you guys know right now in Vegas, custom wood doors are great looking, but they're very expensive to maintain. You're going to have to get that door sealed every 6 months.
Oh, yeah, does she know that?
Yes, she knows that.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows.
Well, yeah.
But that's what she wanted. So.
If you're committed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know remember the, I would say it was probably the 70s or 80s. It was like those big
Wood
wood
one
garage
pieces.
doors. And now you see every now and then the dinosaurs that are still there.
I'm still converting those,
Yeah,
believe it
and
or
it's
not.
like they're just warped to all heck, and gosh, they do not look good. So I can imagine that wood's hard to maintain, especially with
Wood,
the heat.
yes. And just because the heat, and then when Vegas actually does get rain and those doors are not sealed, then they become waterlogged. So, like I said, to go back onto the most common service calls, the springs, is because the springs either wear out or because homeowners take it upon themselves and they want some insulation and they'll buy some insulation at their retail home improvement stores and put insulation on their door thinking that they're going to make their garage more energy efficient, but they don't go into the fact that those springs are engineered to the exact door weight. So plus or minus 10 pounds. So if you take away 10 pounds or add 10 pounds, those springs have to change because now you just killed the cycles on those springs.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so that could be why you have issues with that. And I imagine like the springs on a wood garage door would need to be a lot stronger.
Yes.
So, okay, and so current trends are probably the glass doors. You would say those are the most popular.
Those are the most popular. Those are going really, really big right now. I also seen ones where we do full glass. I mean, if you guys go on to my Facebook page, and you'll see a bunch of different modern sections that you can do. But there's full glass with no frames. It looks like one piece of mirror glass that you would look like on your garage door. Now, I haven't sold one here in Las Vegas yet, but it's out there. So we work with a company called Elegant Garage Doors out of California that has all these options for it. So I'm kind of excited, waiting for one. Somebody say, "Yeah, I want one," because I like to be the first to do it all. So I want to see.
You know what I think is one of the amazing things when it comes to garage doors, or like one of my favorite layouts. So some houses have the garage to where it's attached, but it's like to the side, so the house isn't behind the garage; it's to the side.
Got you.
You know what I'm talking about? And I've seen some where they put the garage door not only in the front, but in the back, where you can actually like drive through the garage to the backyard, which I think is pretty amazing.
Yes. So I actually just did one that about 6 months ago where the guy had his general contractor come and add an addition to his RV garage door to have like a smaller garage door, but it was a full drive-through.
Yeah.
To where he had, drive through in the front, and then it goes to his pool area in the back. And I thought it was really good looking. So we actually had the doors come up and meet at the top to where
Yeah.
you just...
That's an amazing option. It's like, so many people are looking for like RV parking, but not typically for an RV, but for something that you can drive through to the backyard, a gate to get, and that's a secondary option for that. You don't really need that. You could just go through the garage if it permits.
And it also gives you the homeowner the ability to, like, if we go back to, you like to have guests at your house and you do barbecues and you don't want people walking through your home.
Yeah.
You just have that drive-through ability, or people walk through the garage
right
into
through.
the backyard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And it looks really, really great. So that's a good thing. Now, talk a little bit about garage conversions. As a realtor, when I'm out looking at homes, or we see homes on the market, and some people, and we all know why they do it, they'll convert a garage to a bedroom or to additional living space of some sort because they need more space and they just use that garage space. But when it comes time to sell, buyers hardly ever like that.
Yeah.
Rarely. I mean, so many buyers are like, no, I want a garage. It's Vegas. It's hot. So many buyers would rather have a garage than this extra kind of bedroom thing that the garage has been turned into. So I get a lot of times where I'll be out with buyers and they'll say, how do I get this turned back? Or, when I'm getting ready to list a home and a seller has that, I recommend to them, we should probably try to turn this back into a garage. It's wonderful if they did not stucco and close off the whole wall and they left the actual garage there and drywalled inside, so it's not a big deal. But if they wanted to convert it back to a garage, obviously they'd have to have a contractor to open up that wall. But that's not a hard fix for you to go and add in the rails and the door all over again.
Yeah, and I've done them. I haven't done the actual demo part of the rooms itself, but I've actually had contractors call me and say, hey, they're converting this back to a garage door. Can we? And a lot of times the homeowners keep all the stuff intact, or I'll go down there, take it down, and they're like, we want to keep it in case we do sell the home down the road. We want to keep all the hardware and stuff right here in case, So a lot of them are, a lot of them are mindful about that, and they'll try to keep the stuff. But even if we have to buy new stuff, a new garage door, track system, everything is not as expensive as most people think. So I don't want you guys thinking that it's really expensive to update your home or even just get your maintenance or a new door. It's really not.
Yeah, and the times that we've had to get prices or quotes or whatever on things like that, for in playing the middleman for the clients, and everything, I've been like, wow, they're not as bad as I think. Yeah. So or would have thought they would be. So yeah, they're actually pretty affordable.
Yeah. And I was just reading off the internet, they were talking about the top 50 improvements for a home and to increase your value. Number 20 was garage doors.
Yes, no, it does. Garages are, I guess, underestimated when you think about it. When you think about it, as far as real estate's concerned, because every buyer that will contact me and make a request, it's like, I want this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, and this size of garage. Garage is always on their top list of has to have.
A must have.
I'm not going to compromise on this. So yes, they're very underestimated. And the garage is a big deal. A garage that is not functional or not working correctly, it's going to deter buyers away when you're selling your home.
It does. And not just that, it's about, you can correct me if I'm wrong, I want to say about 40% of the street view.
Yes, it's your curb appeal.
It's your curb appeal.
Yeah. So how many times have you seen a house that has a dented garage door? They ran into it too many times, or it looks just like, the glass is broke. Everything's just a disaster. It makes the whole house look bad.
Correct.
Yeah. So it does. Garage door is very crucial to your curb appeal. And so I definitely think that this was an important topic to cover.
Yes.
And it is, it's one of those things that, it doesn't feel like garage doors and real estate are that, intertwined.
Hand in hand,
but they are it is very common request and very important for for people that are looking to buy homes. So you said you have a Facebook page.
Yes.
So what is that page, and how do people contact you for more questions, if they want to get quotes, if they want to work on their garages or they need repairs?
So they can call me. My phone number is 702-353-3536. It's right there on the bottom of the screen right there.
Okay.
My email's on there as well. Facebook page, if you go onto Facebook and just type in Done Right Overhead Doors, it'll pop up and you guys can go through it. There's reviews. There's get in contact with me through there as well. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds of pictures for different designs, ideas, so like I said, I'm very, very reachable.
Okay, good. Done Right Overhead Doors.
Cool.
All right, thank you. And thank you so much for being on the show today. And for you guys out there, stay tuned. We're in this series. We're going to be talking about all kinds of stuff. And if you guys want to update your garage door, fix your garage door, improve your curb appeal, or get this new smart Wi-Fi thing that I'm going to be asking about after the show, definitely contact JT, Done Right Overhead Garage Doors. And you guys know how to contact me, Trish Williams, 702-308-2878. Tune in next week. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.